Hi, my name is Faith Banderas, and I'm going to be reading Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis. The chapter I'm reading is called I'm Terrified of Failure. 850,000 people watched me fail. Let's go ahead and start right there, because I know for many of you, the idea of failing short in front of even a small group of witnesses is terrifying. 850,000. They watched me set a goal, publicly talk about how much I wanted it, and then they saw the aftermath when it didn't happen. It went down like this. Like most red-blooded American authors, I have long dreamed of writing a New York Times bestseller. For those of you who aren't familiar with this mythical distinction, making it onto this list is basically the unicorn of the publishing world. It seems nobody, save the people who work there, can tell you exactly how you get on it. It has to do with sales and press and buzz, and I assume some form of ritual sacrifice. My last book, Girl Wash Your Face, was my sixth one to go out into the world, and I knew it would have the best chance of making it onto the list. It's worth making real quick that I fully understand that a random list doesn't determine my books or my own worth. In fact, to some people, it might be a ridiculous target to aim for. After all, it's about the work, it's about the woman who loved it, it's about the gift of having your writing in book form in the first place. But we all have dreams we hold close to our hearts. We all have hopes that really only make sense to us. Becoming a New York Times bestselling author was mine. It had been my birthday candle wish for the last 15 years. It's what ran through my head when I wished upon a star or blew dandelion seeds into the wind. If words to give you a rationale behind it, I suppose it's because it would feel validating. My entrance into the publishing world wasn't exactly smooth, and even though my fan base has grown with every subsequent release, I guess there's a part of me that would love acknowledgement. Like, hey, the publishing community is sorry about the complex it gave you when it told you no one would ever buy your book. JK, you're actually a decent writer. So anyway, I've dreamed about it for years, but never admitted it to anyone because I didn't want anyone to know, lest they judge me for not making it. But this time around, I decided to bring everyone in on this dream. I decided to tell my online audience, at the time 850,000 women all over the world, about this longtime hope of mine. I figured if it didn't happen, then they would share in the victory. After all, they're the ones who support me. And if it didn't happen, well, it would certainly be a lesson for us all. The thing is, as a public figure, you're never supposed to call your shot. If you just keep your hopes and dreams locked up inside your mind or within a small trusted circle, then no one will be let down by your failures because they didn't know what the goal was in the first place. This tactic also means that the public can be surprised and delighted by any success you have. They never know what you're working on, so any achievements feel like a happy little coincidence, fate smiling down on you again. The issue for me with this way of thinking is that it feels disingenuous. It feels like faking. Here I am telling you to be courageous and brave and to do big things and dare to reach for something mighty. Here I am telling you that failure doesn't matter and other people's opinions are none of your business. But then simultaneously, I'm just going to keep all my big hopes close to the vest? That feels hypocritical. I strive to tell you guys about everything I'm going through have gone through because I don't think it serves any of us to pretend. So with Girl Wash Your Face, I did the thing an author is never supposed to do. I called my shot. 4 months before the release of the book, I told everyone that I have always dreamed of being a New York Times bestselling author. This was my sixth book, and I'd had dreams of becoming about this. So I talked about it a lot. It became a rallying cry for women all over the world. Not only was it my dream, but many of you got fired up on my behalf. You dreamed my dream right along with me. Then came the fateful day. It was Valentine's Day, exactly a week after the book came out. That afternoon, I found out my wish hadn't come true. Girl Wash Your Face didn't make the New York Times bestseller list. I felt so sad, and honestly, I felt embarrassed. I felt like I'd asked my tribe to buy into something that then I couldn't deliver. It was crushing. I cried like a baby, and I spent a few days in the dumps. But I came to a conclusion pretty quickly. Even with all this sadness and embarrassment, I wouldn't take my goal back. I go on social media every single day and tell other women to follow their dreams. I wake up and do live streams and tell you that your goals are important and worth chasing. Failure means that you're living. Failure means you're trying. So what kind of friend would I be if I didn't practice that in my own life? I would rather fly. I would rather dream. I would rather fall on my face over and over again. I will continue to tell you that I'm aiming at because I hope that if you watch me fall publicly and stand back up again and again and keep going, then you'll think, what if for yourself? Thank you.